Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good day to you anywhere you are listening. I'm Yemi, and welcome back to the markets forecast for the week. Today, we cover for the entire week, February 2nd to 6th, 2026. And the first high impact news we have for this week is the US dollar ISM manufacturing PMI, which is coming out on Monday, 4 p.m. Nigerian time. On Tuesday, we have AUD coming out 4:30 a.m. Nigerian time, including the cash rate RBA monetary policy statement. Also, we're expecting US dollar to come up 4 p.m. again on JOLTS job opening. And as well on the NZD, we're expecting 10:45 p.m. news to come up on the unemployment rate. On Wednesday, we have just US dollar coming out 2:15 and 4 p.m. Nigerian time on ISM services and ADP non-farm employment change. On Thursday, where we have the most of the high impact news for the week, where we're expecting British pounds to come out 1 p.m. Nigerian time. Also, 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time, Euro coming out to 15 p.m. Nigerian time, which is the main refinance rate, and that should also be a significant outlook for the week. 2:30 p.m. Nigerian time is for Euro, and 6:25 p.m. Nigerian time we have Canadian dollar, where the Governor Macklem will be speaking, and NZD will be having holiday all through that day. And of course, AUD US dollar will be coming out, where RBA Governor Block will be speaking at 11:30 p.m. Nigerian time. And on Friday, we have our impact news coverage from Canadian dollar, US dollar, starting from the 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. Nigerian time. This week is a great outlook for fundamental, and it means that whatever you do that warrants to move around US dollar, AUD, Canadian dollar, then you have to watch it twice before you take action. Very quickly, let's move now into the technical outlook. Last week was a fantastic one to begin with because we had a projection that the market followed just like we expected. Look at what we had there. My projection last week was to say the price. If the price was going to take below this low, I said to below it, that means we'll be expecting this one to dump further into this level. I said that if it's coming above and it's resting above, that means we may be expecting more bullish momentum. It happened after 2 days, and we took advantage of that strongly in the market. And going quickly into the forecast for this week, what are we expecting? I'm still expecting the price to actually still do more of a buy momentum. Actually, not even within this fair value gap zone, which I marked earlier. That was for last week, but now it gave us more confirmation. And okay, let me take back that. So it gave us more confirmation for more bullish entry, and I will be looking for somewhere around here on the weekly time frame perspective. But let me show you quickly what I was about deleting on the lower time frame. This is the 4 hour time frame. When we had all of this happening, don't forget that all these price levels you're seeing is a monthly demand zone, which I've said already. All right. If this is the first time you are seeing my outlook, please go check the previous outlook I've dropped on this, where I've shared more insight. But today I want to hit it very quick and get to the point on time and move out of here. So quickly, we have this level here, which was the fair value gap, which I was expecting the price would get into for last week. So my projection was even higher than what the price did for last week. So for this week, I'll be continuing in that direction. My bias remains the same, whereby I'm expecting the price to get in here. Okay. With that being said, now I can definitely remove this and I can draw it in a new way for the week. This is a fresh one right there. So before whatever thing I'm expecting the market, I want to see DXY get here first. If it's breaking above it, we find confirmation with longing more on DXY. If it gets here and give us confirmation to sell, then we're expecting it to sell down into another range like this. But before then, let's see how the price reacts to those levels. Going quickly to the next guy, we have the Euro US dollar. This also gave us a significant amount of pips last week, which I said at the beginning of the week that if we're closing above this high, that means we're buying to the next level, which I had this projection since last year, 2025. And said if it's closing below it, that means we're selling more. But then look at what happened. A great rejection for the week, meaning we're selling more for this week. On daily, this is more of what I'll be looking at. I'm seeing more sell momentum into this range right there. And on 4 hour time frame perspective, this is exactly where I'm seeing my projection. Why is this level marked? Have I gone through this today? No. This was the last thing we marked as at the time we're talking about charts on Friday, because I do have that moment where we share chart analysis and my insights with the students on Friday. So everything I did on Friday remains valid till today. to tell you I check this chart every day and I tell you what I'm expecting. All through the week, we made money on this pair because my projection was just sharp on point on that. So with this, I had this on Friday that this is where I'm expecting the price to get into is a valid and good looking demand zone, which is also a very nice basin right there. And I'm expecting this to happen. And I've marked this out since Friday last week. And let's see how the markets will open later on. And let's see what opportunity we have on this for this week going forward. This particularly, yes, I expected the price to move into this range. And from there, we want to see reaction. And then market gets into this price level. This is on 4-hour time frame perspective though. But then right now, are we still expecting it? Yes, I am. But let's see the weekly time frame analysis so we can expand our horizon on this one, particularly. On this particular one, I add this entire outlook, expecting the buy to still get in the future. But currently, what are we expecting? Well, last week we are not seeing the price sitting above this high like the other guy, which I said is not sitting above it and it rested below it, telling you this week will be a sell momentum. On the daily time frame perspective, when you see a candlestick on a higher time frame giving you a shooting star, it tells you on the lower time frame perspective, look for more sell. Right there, we have fantastic sell opportunity on Friday, which gave about how many pips totally? About 120 plus pips in the market on the crypto pounds US dollar. And to check that, you see that on daily time frame, we have a bearish momentum, lower highs and lower lows as established. We're just waiting for it to break below a previous low structure for us to make more sell opportunity. And that zone on the lower structure will be around there on the 4-hour time frame perspective. And that's why I expected a bit of reaction before we break it up finally. And when we do, I want to see the price get here. And from here is where I want to buy from. And you can see my projection from the time the market was here. I made that projection that the price was getting here. And that's about 220 pips on average before I start buying. And this remains the same for me, and that's how we enter into the market for the week. Now, without further ado, let's go to the AUD US dollar. On the weekly time frame perspective, I projected this last year, and I said it was going to get to a particular level, and it did. In fact, I projected this in 2024, and it took all 2025 to get to that level because it was really moving slow, and I said it was going to move annoyingly, but definitely it will get there. And you can see it actually did that, and you can tell. So last week was a good one. It broke this high, completed the structure. And what are we waiting for this week? I'm seeing more sell momentum on this guy for this week. Actually, it has gotten closer to where I was expecting a sell from for a long time ago, but then it will be a short-term sell. And it should be a short-term buy rather. I'll rather wait and see more opportunity on that for this week. So going forward to the 4-hour time frame, I think I have to adjust. I will remove this one surely. I will remove it, and then I will go straight to the next guy, which looks better as an entry. Right here is good, it's not bad, but looking at what the price is doing on the other time frame perspective, which I've seen today, we'll be looking further than this zone right here. So it's easier for me to actually still look at the price from this dimension. We might have some level of significant momentum here. All right, we might just have a level of significant momentum here and actually just range. But ideally, if it makes more sense for me to come here and wait for a buy, yes, I think that's what I'll just do. All right. It makes more sense for me to wait for the price. So we have so much data on 4 hours, so you can't even see the entire structure I'm trying to show. But right now, I'm not looking for anything really significant here than to see more sell. The sell may be annoying, but when it gets here, we might have that little momentum on it. But we don't want to bank on this really. So rather, I'll wait for the price to get in here and give me that structure, give me that momentum I'm looking for. So basically, this is what I'll be looking at on AUD US dollar for this time frame. And I've always had this level since for a very long time. And this is still very, very valid for me because it's a very good zone where the market can actually tap into a buy opportunity. Though the price has broken so many structure to the high side after that time, and it has not really gone back there. But what can we be expecting now? Either here or here. It depends on what the market is showing. But what are we seeing in the market? I don't like when there is too much data like this. Okay, let me just use the daily time frame perspective. I think that should be better for me. On the daily, I do not have much. I think it's just around here. A level around here will be fine. This should be a level around here. But I would love to see that more clearly on the 4-hour time frame. This time, this price level 0.67363 right here is where I'll be expecting more sales to still get into. And when you see the price level to there, it's about 190 pips on average. So if I really want to do that, I will go straight to that level on the 4-hour time frame perspective. I don't know why I'm trying to break it down this much. Ordinarily, I would have moved on. Okay, this is it. AUD US dollar. This right here. So if I want to refine this zone, this is what I will just do. And I will do something like this. So maybe I just move. Let me just take this guy. Let me take it here instead. All right. So let me take that here instead. And for this one, I will take it back in a little, or I extend it. Let me just extend it so that they're not conflicting each other right there. So I'd rather be waiting and see how the price will move around there. This, I'm not really holding much on that. Yeah, price might even gap down below it. So I don't want to hold on this one. But particularly, let's be clear. I would need to see a break of this low structure here. Okay, we need to see a break of this low structure here. When I do, I will see one. I want to see more price rejection into this price level. So that pressure is what I'm looking for. That bias remains valid, and let's see how the price reacts with these zones for the week. And most likely, might be shocked. Market might just come here and buy, but I want to see it here because the level of the commitment of possibility here is higher. All right. So we're not gambling our money out to the market or something. We are trading with clarity. So let's keep that energy up. All right. That's that on the AUD US dollar. Quickly going to NZDUSD. This guy also is a very, very great guy. This is NZDUSD. Last week, it closed above that high, a little, but rejection followed. But then let's see what we have on the daily because this signals us a level of reversal on time according to what we had in the previous weeks. So on the daily time frame perspective, last week was bearish for this guy, and of course we have lower highs and lower lows creation right there. So what we should be expecting for this week, going to lower time frame perspective, like the 4 hour time frame, and let's see what it looks like. On the 4 hour time frame, we've seen a long bullish projection over the time, and just like the AUD US dollar, we have so many data right there with candlesticks formation pattern. This trend was so steepy, and I don't like it. That's why one of the reasons that it give you high possibility of the price really crashing because it has to be balanced. And talking of that, I will be looking for more sell on this one right here. I'm looking for more sell, but to what price level? I will be expecting to see reaction here, but rather than seeing it for a continuation of buy, I'd rather see it as something like this now. I'd rather see something like this happening now. So that will be the projection on this one right here. On the daily time frame, let me see what it looks like if I'm expecting a market momentum. Where would I be expecting that to get into? A price level like this is fine. I would love to see it on 4 time frame perspective. While I'm seeing the current and the previous structure, all right, this cycle has completed its own work too. I've talked about this before. I have previous videos that I talked about this. Okay, on the 4 time frame perspective, what do I have here? Let me see. We have more level to move actually on daily. We have more level to move. We can actually see the price getting into this range here, or this fair value gap here. We have fair value gap inside fair value gap right there. So the 4 hour time frame perspective, I don't want to go long on this one particularly. I can easily wait. Let me see the structure here. I can easily wait and see the price getting into this range right there. I can see the price getting into this range, and that will be better for me. So I think where my projection ends is still making sense. Okay, I can see the price getting into this range. When it gets there, if we're going to be buying, we will know ahead of time. If we're not going to buy, we will know ahead of time. And surely it's going to be a fantastic week opportunity for us as well. And if it doesn't get here, where can it get to? Regardless, before the price even moved there, we would have seen it. All right, probably here. This is another good zone, but I prefer here. I prefer this level here. So this is what I'll be expecting in the market. I want to see the price getting into this range from where it is right now. Okay, this is the 4 hour time frame perspective. All right, let's be clear. I want to see the price just creating a structure like this for me. So if it move this way, fantastic. I'm looking for more buy from here. But for now, it's a sell opportunity for me. On USDCAD, let's go to the weekly time frame perspective. It's a massive opportunity for us last week. Swept the liquidity below, continue buying. We grab all of that because I shared it ahead of time. Even the entire sell it sold, we grabbed that opportunity too because I talked about it ahead of time. On the daily time frame perspective, what does this mean? We're expecting more buy energy right there. And like I said, I shared this on Friday, so I don't really need to talk more about that. Look at this. Look at this level here. This is what I'm expecting the sell to get into. Last week, the price was around here, opening here. This was Sunday. I recorded last week Sunday. Yes, I recorded last week Sunday, but the market has not opened, of course, yes. So the market opened on Sunday with this candle. And my projection was very simple. I want to see the market tapping back into the fair value gaps right there. And the price did that all through that on Monday. Price tapped into it, and immediately it started giving a sell opportunity. My projection was to see the sell opportunity as they get into this price level here as about 1.3538. Market did all of that, and it was about 200 pips and more. Okay, market delivered exactly 203 pips thereabouts, and of course it did more than that, but our target was about 200 pips on average. The market did about 265, and then that was how that went for the week. It was a profitable trade for us because I saw the inside and I shared ahead of time. And quickly, I removed that. I took it away. And of course, yes, I'm going to take this away. and I'm going to take this away because we're done with that, right? So this week I projected last week again that we're seeing a buy opportunity from here. We want to see reaction from here, ranging and breaking above it, and ultimately price getting here before we have a sell. And so far since the time we talked about that, the market has done over 82 pips in profit since I talked about that on Friday. I told you I do this every day, and I do this every Friday as well. It's market overview for the weekend. Okay, so I did this, and this was my projection on Friday. And I'm not going to talk about this again because everything I said still remains valid. See this price getting here. God bless you. So this is what I'm expecting anyways. This about 172 pips projection into where the price will be getting into. All right, that is that on the USD CAD. USDJPY, yes, I'm expecting more bullish momentum on this as well. Though it didn't start goes from where we wanted to buy from, which is what higher time frame perspective. This zone is a daily time frame, a very good spot level that I spotted on the daily time frame, and even on 4 hours, it's very good, nice basing. A lot of disturbance before you breaking the previous high structure. Just that the price did not get in there. We have about how many pips together? About 140 pips together, but price didn't. So with this flush, and we see flush of this price range right here, I'm expecting more bullish momentum on this. And if we go to the weekly time frame perspective, let's find our thoughts. Let's be clear. Look at what we have here. We have a sell momentum for last week, which was right there. So I projected a sell for it. And if we are breaking below a particular price level, we'll be looking for more bullish opportunity. So we had that sell. And when the buy started to, we talked about it. But right now, on the daily time frame perspective, where are we expecting the price to get into? Without further ado, that price level will be here. Just this above this price level. Anywhere around here is where I'm expecting the price to get into. Though we have liquidity that grab another opportunity above that level before the price flushed. All right. And I won't deny the fact that I'll be waiting for this level to be a very good momentum opportunity for us to do for a sale. That's about 380 pips on average, 380 pips on average. So I would have just loved that the price gets here on daily. Can you see that before we see this entire buy? But currently, it's looking good for a buy opportunity, but then on 4 hour time frame, how does it look like? This is it on the 4 hour time frame. This is the price level. So if I want to refine this on 4 hour time frame, I'll only have to do something like this very quickly. I will have to do something like this very, very quickly. So I will be waiting to see the price getting into this range. And from there, I want to see a sell opportunity. But right here, I'm seeing a buy. I'm seeing a breakout of this structure right there. Market can actually create something like this to open, and then we flush into this level, and then we have a good sell. So this is very possible for us for the week, and let's see how the price reacts with that. Price might just open with a little bearish momentum to claim liquidity just around here. Let me show you all that thing you can expect in the market. We can't be perfect, okay? We can't be confused at the same time, okay? So for a minute, we can have this as well. We can actually have this. We can have the price creating something like this as well. So this is also possible. This is also possible. If we have a market gap down, it might actually just get into this range. And when it does, trust me, it will be a good opportunity for us to pick a buy from this price level. When we do, we're going to take out this level now. We're going to take out this gap level. When we take it out, we can wait for the price to get here, and we see a same momentum from there. I think that is clear. Okay, frankly speaking, this is what I'll be expecting. Overall, I'm looking for a buy, but it would be great if the price actually create that momentum, that shift. We have a failure swing right there. When we have this failure swing, we also have a break of that structure right there, and the market's looking like it's continuing buying. But of course, let's wait for a sale. So inside this favorable gap zone is where I'm expecting it to get into. So let's be clear. This is what I'm expecting. All right. This is for our time frame USDJPY. You're welcome. USDCHF, not important here. Just we're looking for buy. That's what I mean. We're looking for buy. Daily time frame perspective, we're looking for buy as well. Can you see we're looking for buy all along? This is a bullish energy that I'm seeing right here all along, and expecting the price to buy to a price level like this before we have the flush to the downside. This is the great zone I'm expecting to get into the market. Okay, so that being said, I'm thinking, okay, let's check what we have on 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame perspective, what do we have here? Significantly, we have something similar, but then I'll be waiting to see a reaction before that zone, which is around here. I'll be expecting to see the market reaction around here. Can you see that? So for me, it is a good opportunity for a buy. This week, I'll be looking more for buy opportunity on the USDCHF as well. Okay, from here to here is about 170 pips on average. With this, we can have a significant buy energy right there. So on 4 hour time frame, this is looking good, and that is when I'll be looking for an opportunity to either sell or continue buying. Depending on what the market shows us here, if the market breaks above here, find the liquidity and grab it further, we can have this sell continue like this. All right, this is very possible. Or the price just gets here and it give us that same momentum straight down before we have it around here again for a buy. But let's keep that momentum. Let's see how it goes. Before then, GBP JPY, I'm not ready to talk about you, guy. My projection on this on higher time frame is a buy, anyways. But I expected it to tap into this level before the buy. This range is too much. I'm not ready for the noise. Please, I move forward. On the group 10 pounds card, I'm not really interested too. I think I just have to move forward. Okay, this guy, group 10 pounds AUD. Okay, I had interest in this guy one of those days. I shared the outlook on this one, particularly on daily time frame perspective, looking for a buy. And indeed, it bought. It gave us some good pips, over 200 pips at some point. This is about 208 pips, right? And the price is still within that zone, hanging back and forth. I'm not interested. I want to see it play out for a buy more. And if it's not, no problem. Okay. Good. This is a significant movement on gold. If you check this out, on last week, I gave out this structure where we're expecting momentum, which I talked about it last week. That seems like everywhere the market has not really gone to in price on gold is going to visit those levels and pick them up for a buy opportunity. And this is one of those zones. We had initial buy momentum here, which was about 200 something. No, 100 and something. I think 130 p. Last time I saw it was 130 pips. As at that time I saw it before I said, okay, we might actually be having another level. But then Thomas, I've left the chart all of those times, but I remember I have his own here. Anyone following the analysis on Friday would have grabbed this opportunity. So price actually moving into this range, which is a demand zone, of course. It gave over 260 something pips right there in the market. And you can tell that makes so much sense. But where we're expecting the prices to get, so on daily time frame perspective, this was a massive reversal. Guys, we'll be expecting more sell on this guy, particularly. We'll be waiting to see it coming back into this range here. Yes, yes, yes. If it gets here, when look for a buy opportunity, this is a level. It has been a long buy. Don't even think it has been a very long buy. And this choppy guy. And just one day he claimed this much. And trust me, if it takes much again like this, you might actually be expecting price of gold to really dump down further. Technically, I've always had this level here. I don't know what will cost the price to get there, but that's what this from technical analysis is showing. And I tell you, trade what you see every time, and it's really pays more dividend. All right. So daily time frame, I'm expecting more sell on this guy. Market opening for the week, we can have a flush to the upside, a little, and then smash it down again. Grab some liquidity here. It might not do exactly just this, but this is where I'm expecting to see the price get into. Okay, on daily time frame, this is what I'm looking at. And then if I go to the 4-hour time frame, how does it look like? The 4-hour time frame, we have so many structure here, so I'm deleting many of these guys. This one is playing out somehow, yeah. But then on 4-hour time frame, you see we have too much data, too much candles right there. But this is what I would just be expecting. Like I said, expecting the price to just move this way. On 4-hour time frame, it's also possible. So let me use the 4-hour time frame for my drawing so it keeps the balance. All right. Expecting the price can actually get here, do all of that in, and we have that bullish momentum. Probably still dump further or not. I can't tell for now, but let me leave it at this for now. Let me leave it at this. So, for our time frame perspective on gold, this is what we'll be having. I'm not doing 1-hour time frame analysis on any of these guys because this is the fair value gap zone, which I'm looking for that to. I want to see price breaking it out, okay, and moving to this range instead. So. This will be my outlook on this one particularly for the week. This is good. And let's see, this can happen in the first 2, 3 days of the week. And from there, we know the next projection. But before then, we'll be on the charts. I'll be with you shortly. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. The last one I'll be sharing with you today is the BTC US dollar. If I go it has broken the previous structure here. Though I remember I have something here. I've not checked this guy since a few days now, I think. Okay, I checked on Wednesday, I guess. He's very close. Yeah, he's very close. So I'm deleting this guy. Look at this. It's very close on weekly time frame, very close to where we're expecting. I said it sometimes last week that it's more bearish right now because it's going further to the bullish momentum where we're expecting a sell from. So it's going in the bearish direction where we're expecting a bullish energy. So with that outlook there for daily time frame perspective, we had a low that is has broken below, and you can tell this is Saturday. That was Saturday candle. That was yesterday. It broke through with a bearish momentum, and today it's beginning to form what we don't understand yet because it's still a doji. Nobody understands doji until it's done for me. So At the end of today, we're going to determine where this guy will be heading. But trust me, it looks more bearish that we're expecting it to get here. When it does, we'll be looking for more bullish opportunity from this price level. And that is 67,000. If you're an investor, this is a good opportunity for you to buy when the price gets there. Do your own research. I'm just sharing an insight. And of course, yes, it can be helpful for you. If the price gets here, this is where we want to sell from. The price is not going there at all. So that's why we're not really bothering about that. And on daily time frame perspective again, looking at some level of momentum and what the price has done over time, looking at the break of the previous structure that we have, if we have a bounce from here, therefore, what should we be expecting? With the current flow of the market, trust me, I won't be expecting anything too much or too short from the market now to see the price getting here. So I'll take this out for now. I will be waiting to see the price get here. If the price bounce and buys from here, I will rather wait and see the price get into this level. In fact, it will make more sense and a slush straight down here, and we have our bullish energy like this. But if this is not happening, if we have a strong sell moving forward, then the price is coming here before we have the buy. So regardless, either way is the market move, we have an expectation. It's either you wait to see the price get here and you buy from here, or you wait to see the price get here and sell from here. It's a beautiful time. If we go to lower time frame opportunity, within those two paradigms, you will see what works for you. And I believe it's going to be an amazing week. This is for our time frame perspective. I'll keep it low on this one, BTC US dollar. And this is how I'm rounding up for the week. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this weekly forecast. I believe it's going to help you and it's going to make us more better. I wish you all the best. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I wish you all the best. Enjoy the rest of the week and trade with proper risk management. Have a wonderful week ahead of you. Bye.